Sometimes life hits us so hard that we don't even know what to actually call it. Is it pain? Is it disappointment? Is it heartbreak? Sometimes it's just all together. For the past few months, I've been learning something new about pain. Pain is not just what happens to us, pain is what happens within us. Welcome to the Real Experience Room. Today, I want to talk about something that I've really been experiencing for the past few months. And as humans, we always feel but don't really understand. And I call it the power of pain. And I'll be having 4 episodes on the power of pain. And on this episode, I will be talking about the main meaning of pain, understanding pain, understanding the difference between pain and suffering, how pain can shape your identity and mature you, and also the purpose of pain. Sometimes when we hear the word pain, we only tend to feel like it's just a physical injury. Now, I'm actually podcasting this from my own real life experience, right, for the past month. Now, to me, pain is not just physical, it is emotional, it is mental, and it is spiritual sometimes. Now, let me clarify what I mean by those 3 contexts: physical, emotional, and spiritual. When I say it's physical, it's a wound, it's a sickness, it's a scar. That is the physical contents of pain. Emotional pain, and this type of pain comes when you are being abandoned, when you're losing trust, and sometimes when you're actually misunderstood. And when I say pain is mental, it's like when your thoughts don't just stop thinking, even when your body is tired. Let me explain. What will tomorrow be like? You're tired, but your thoughts never stop thinking. And then the spiritual part. I've actually been going through this spiritual pain this couple of months. And I know that there are actually a lot of people that are going to watch this that are actually going through the same thing. It's like when you feel that your faith is actually going down, you feel like you're backsliding, you feel like you're not who you used to be. And like I told you before, I will elaborate the difference between pain and suffering. There's something that I've really realized. Pain and suffering are not the same thing, right? They are not the same thing. They tend to be a bit similar, but not the same thing. Pain is the wound. Suffering is when you keep going back to that wound. That was early 2024. Something happened to me, right? Emotionally. And then when it happened, I felt like, oh my God, I was really pained. Yeah, that was the injury. Now let me explain. I was pained. But there was something that was happening to me. It was hard for me to actually leave or move because my thoughts kept reflecting back to that wound. When I mean wound, it was not a physical wound, emotional. So then I realized that me going back to that injury or to that wound was actually me suffering myself. So you get, so the suffering is you going back to that pain. The pain is the injury, right? The pain is what you actually feel, is the wound, is the scar. Okay, it's like you get in a cut and then you actually applied some medications on it and then it's beginning to actually heal, and then you go back to that cut and you try to inch, like you try to scratch that is you, that you going back to it is the suffering. So when you go back and touch it, you're suffering it. So the pain comes up again. So that is what it means. So the pain is the wound, and suffering is you going back to the wound. So if from today you've been feeling like, oh, he broke my heart, he caused me pain. Yeah, he broke your heart, it caused you pain. Perfect. But if you don't want to live on that pain, you have to learn to let go. So you going back to that pain is the suffering. So he's no longer causing you pain, but you're the one suffering yourself. Alright? So the pain is the wound, and suffering is you going back to the wound. In other contexts, pain is like this. Oh, something hurt me. Suffering is I won't let go. Yeah, that is suffering. Right? Now, another example is you had a fight with someone or a quarrel with someone, and then the person tends to forgive you, but you don't forgive that person. Whenever you see that person, you start to develop this anger inside of you, right? That is you suffering. So it's no longer pain, it's now you suffering the pain. I don't know if you understand that, right? So the pain is the wound. The suffering is you going back to it. I realized this when the incident of 2024 actually happened. And I was holding on to that, and then I had a conversation with my friend, and we were then talking, and he said a couple of words to me. Not bad words, kind of encouraging. He was just encouraging me, but I picked out this from actually that, and I told myself that all this while it was no longer pain, it was me suffering. And that is what most of us need to really understand about this context. Okay, the next one is how pain can shape you and mature you. Pain matures you in the sense that it makes you understand your limits. It makes you understand who you are. Like you taking a granite and then you break it, yeah, and then you open it. Once it's open, that's when you see what you want to eat inside, right? Yeah, that is what pain does. It matures us, that it breaks us and then brings out the real us. Sometimes pain doesn't destroy us. No, it reveals us. It reveals you, your limits, your strength. It removes the fake part of you. That is what pain does. And also, pain reveals who is with you. Yes. Reasons why I said that is also a personal experience, right? A couple of months ago, something happened to me. And also a couple of years ago, when it happened, it came from someone very close. Yeah. And then I got to understand that sometimes even when people smile with you, they don't tend to smile with you. Even when people stand with you, they don't tend to stand with you. Alright? So if you understand that, then sometimes you get to really understand the clear definition of what pain really is. It reveals those that are actually with you, because it's in those moments that you really see who is with you, right? And now, the purpose of pain. What is the real purpose of pain, right? Now, a couple of years ago, when I moved to Delta State, right? When I moved to Delta State, I left my family, everyone, and I got here. My family was a bit scared, and I was actually here. Something happened to me years ago, and when it was actually happening, I'm really grateful for my friend that has been with me. I used to feel like it's actually a punishment, and then I realized that it's not actually a punishment. Pain is actually an awareness. Yeah, so during those times I was feeling like, why is it stagnant? Why is it this? And then it's actually an awareness that to tell you that this is who you are. So the pain actually creates an awareness to tell you who you are. It humbles you. It teaches you what you are stronger than. So most of us feel like, I can't do this, I can't do that. But pain actually makes us understand that your excuses are not your limits, right? Okay, I don't know if you understand that, but your excuses are not your limits. What do I mean by that? So if you give an excuse about something, that doesn't limit you from doing that thing. So if I said, I have a pain on my leg, and then there is actually a gunshot or a robbery on my area, it's not going to limit me. That pain or that cut will not, just as long as my leg is not broken, the leg is not disabled, it's not going to limit me from running, right? So that is what pain does. So it's not a punishment. It's not something that has come to kill you. Pain is just something that comes to humble you and prepare you for the future of what is to come, for who you are. That is what pain is. Pain does not kill. Pain reveals. Right? Pain does not kill. Pain reveals. Suffering might kill you. Yes, don't get me wrong. Suffering might kill you. Alright? Reasons why I said suffering might kill you is because most of us, we feel like something happens to you. Having the pain is okay. But from that pain, heal and move. Alright? Don't be in suffering. If this episode has, in one way or the other, made an impact or you've learned something from it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for my next episode.